The State of the Union address is a big deal in American politics. It's a chance for the president to talk directly to the nation. They lay out their plans and try to rally support. In 2025, Donald Trump returned to the spotlight. He gave a speech to Congress similar to a State of the Union. This wasn't officially called a State of the Union, though. Why? Because it was his first address back in office after losing in 2020. Trump was back in the White House and America was ready for a show. The date was March 4th, 2025. The setting was the House chamber of the US Capitol. All eyes were on Trump. This wasn't just any speech. Trump was facing some tough challenges. The economy wasn't doing great. Inflation was high, and people were feeling the pinch. Plus, Trump had made some controversial decisions, like cutting back on federal jobs. He needed to win over the American people. Trump's speech was classic Trump. It was long, clocking in at a record-breaking 100 minutes, and it was full of big promises and bold statements. He talked about all the great things he had already accomplished. He took credit for a strong economy, even though that wasn't entirely true. He also vowed to make America even greater. His main message was clear. America was back on top, and it was all thanks to him. He talked about his legislative priorities. These included cutting taxes, reducing regulations, and getting tough on immigration. He also spent a lot of time talking about his favorite subject himself. He boasted about his accomplishments and attacked his opponents. But it wasn't all sunshine and roses. Trump couldn't ignore the elephant in the room. The economy. Inflation was a big problem. Prices were going up on everything from gas to groceries. People were struggling to make ends meet. Trump promised to fix it, but he didn't offer many concrete solutions. Then there was the issue of federal layoffs. Trump had cut thousands of government jobs. This was part of his plan to reduce the size of government. But it meant that a lot of people were out of work, and it made it harder for the government to provide essential services. Trump argued that these cuts were necessary to reduce the deficit. He claimed they would save money in the long run, but many people weren't convinced. So how did the American people react to Trump's big speech? Well, a lot of people were watching. Over 36 million viewers tuned in across various networks. That's a lot of eyeballs, but it was actually lower than his previous addresses to Congress. Maybe people were getting tired of his act. Still, Trump's speech was a major media event. It dominated the news cycle for days, and it gave us a glimpse into what we could expect from his second non-consecutive term. One thing was clear. Trump was back, and he wasn't going anywhere anytime soon.